Well, are we back in style tonight, or what?
What are you talking about? Check out that jacket of yours.
Well, it's mighty cold out,
Whoa,
so
and
I
this
saw
purple.
something that looks from southwest, and I thought I'd bring a little warmth along with me.
I know. You know what, though? Where is the sun? You know, Memorial Weekend was not only partly sunny, but pretty cloudy, too. That tornado hit home in Lino Lakes. Yes, yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah.
2 miles from my home and a lot of devastation. Houses down everywhere. And Saturday, I'd like to encourage all of you to please come out and help us. We're right out in Hugo, Circle Pines, Lino Lakes area, and we were hit really bad.
My co-star in the play we're working on, his parents live out in Blaine.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a little 2-block area in Blaine that caught the tornado on its way to you.
Yep.
And he missed a couple of rehearsals with us because he was out cutting down trees and clearing out broken parts of homes. It did some real damage on the way.
You know, it actually started in Coon Rapids, too. I don't want to forget the people out there. And it did skip. And I just want to say that, you know, there's so many good people out there that do step up in times like this. And thank goodness, you know, as disasters do happen, we only get better at helping one another, because when it does hit home, it is totally real. So again, check out Care 11's site, because they have things on their website for you to go from 8 to 5. That's all you need, one day, and it makes you feel so good. And when you see the people who are affected, it's priceless. You're not paid, no, but truly, it feels good.
It pays off in a lot of ways that are much more valuable than cash. And it doesn't mean that each and every one of us needs to go out and do all of it.
Speaking
it
of
means
Johnny
that if we
Cash,
all go out,
guess what? Guess what?
what?
I know.
Pray tell. Speaking of Johnny
Johnny
Cash.
Cash tribute with June Carter. Some big names on that one. August is the date. Maslax is the place. And guess what? It is so much fun. We're talking trivia. 5 different bands coming into play. We will also have prizes with that. Oh, Ring of Fire shots. Oh, yeah, they're on fire. And Orange Blossom shots
somebody
also.
I know might be in the middle of one of those rings.
Why wouldn't I?
Uh-huh. She knows how to dress for it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And she says she isn't going out on a big date tonight, fellas.
Not tonight. It's a school night.
Okay.
However, tonight, you just sit right back, because we have somebody in the studio tonight that I think you're going to enjoy.
You know,
women are going to envy, men are going to drool.
It's cool outside, so we brought something a little cool inside to
I
go
call it
with
more sassy, actually.
Nothing
my
wrong with a little
competition.
sass when it gets cold.
You know what? Her name is Karen Vieno Paurus. Now remember, Paurus, Karen Vieno Paurus. This girl was just featured on Care 11, and you can actually still see the footage if you go to their website. She knows how to put on a blues show. She knows how to put on a cabaret show. And on top of that, she definitely has the best band members right back here, because each one of them brings on a talent that you won't forget. Watch them play, sit back.
After you see this,
And
it's
enjoy.
a name you won't be able to forget.
Why would you? Also check out Jitters. You see them there all the time. All right, are you ready? Here she is. I love it.
Let's hear
Come
it.
on now. Let's do it.
All right, boys and girl. We're going to start off with Smoke. smoke in my car and feel the wheels go round and round, and I think of you, and it hurts that you're not around. It's been 5 long years and my heart is on the heel, but I can't forget how your leaving made me feel. Please, oh please, won't somebody wake me from this dream I am now, feeling hollow, and all I taste is my sorrow. And my mama, she drinks, and she's not doing all that well. And my brother just prays, 'cause we're all going straight to hell. Oh, you didn't say goodbye, you didn't hold your daughter's hand, and you took half my heart when you left for the promised land. Please, oh please, won't somebody wake me from this dream I am now, feeling hollow, and all I taste is my sorrow. I know God now holds you, lifts you up in His loving grace, but had He checked with me, I'd have found someone to take your place, and it makes me bitter, and it swallows me up with shame, 'cause in my darkest moment you hear me curse and forsake His name. Please, oh please, won't somebody wake me from this dream I am now, feeling hollow, and all I taste is my sorrow. Please, oh please, won't somebody wake me from this dream I am now, feeling hollow, and all I taste is my sorrow. I like to smoke in my car. I like to smoke in my car. I like to smoke in my car. All right, nice job. Next tune is called Black Cherry Kisses. I watch you sleep. I'm ill at ease. I watch how a light breeze sets my blue curtains aflutter. I'm in too deep. The guilt slowly creeps. My heart is a beast. I don't know anymore. Black cherry kisses. Call me your mistress. This love is incessant, cutting like a crescent, bending so beautifully there. And am I this selfish, unbearably cruel? She's in between us, and I merely the fool. Black cherry kisses. Call me your mistress. This love is incessant, cutting like a crescent, bending so beautifully there. I can, I will, I won't, and I should know better here, but I don't, and I need you. Like a hole in my head. Black cherry kisses. I'm not your mistress. This love was incessant, cutting me like a crescent, bending on beautifully there. Bending on beautifully pacing the floor. How I wish I didn't go there. I'm waiting for your scent on the wind. I've come undone in the most delicious way. The blood change I needed, my heart was pumping still until you came. I've never been happier. I've never been more sexed. And if you ever go or fall into a million pieces, and if you ever fall out, I'll never care again. And if you ever stray, I'll pound on your chest, baby, please, baby, stay, 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 stay. I'm pacing the floor. How I wish I didn't go there. I'm waiting for your taste on the tongue. I've come undone in the most delicious way. The blood change I needed, my heart was pumping still
Well, I haven't heard that piano used so well since it was in the hands of our own beloved Farmer Ray out here.
You know, Passion, Prayer,
it's
and
so good
Poison.
to have you here.
That's so deep. Passion, Prayer, and Poison. That is the name of all the songs that are on this CD. Why don't you stand up here because my mic will be hot up here and we'll turn yours off so we don't get some feedback. Yeah, come on over. Hi, Karen. I absolutely love this girl. Now, she has been around for a long time, but that's only because she started very young. Not only, I'm just going to brag about you a little bit because I'm such a big fan. We're talking Minnesota
modest.
female vocalist at the MMAs. She has done everything from cabaret. She's at Jitters. She's at the Fitzgerald, the Ritz, Lee's. You can see her everywhere because people love her and they demand to see her. When she starts singing, it's like everything stops around the room.
She's got an instrument that can do anything she tells it to. Yeah.
Karen, tell me a little bit about the album itself. Why did you name it that? And tell me a little bit about the songs.
Well, I named it Passion, Prayer, and Poison. It's a series of songs about various things that I've been through in the last, I don't know how many years, maybe 10 or more, actually a little bit more than that. Some of the songs I've been, like Smoke, the first song I played, that's actually a song about my father dying, and he died in '97. So some of these songs I've been sitting on for a while, and yeah, so it's just a collection of various experiences.
Well, the feelings obviously run deep enough so that they can be sat on for a while and so they can be revisited.
Well, I hope so.
Over time.
I wanted to wait until I felt like I had material that I was really comfortable pressing onto CD. And things just sort of came together. The songs started coming together, and then I met all of these fabulous, fabulous musicians through the burlesque show, through Lily's Burlesque. We've had many, many scotch drinking late nights together. But as you can see, they clean up very nicely.
Yes,
And,
you can dress them up and take them out.
Yep, and so I'm honored, very, very honored. Every time I play with these guys, I'm flabbergasted that they keep coming back.
I've told the people that watch us on TC Muzique probably many times before that Frank Zappa based his choice of musicians not just on their abilities. He said you can find somebody on any corner that can play.
Oh, yeah.
But who would you want to go out with for a drink after the show?
Exactly.
If you can sit
Oh, we've
around
all
over a
worked
bottle
with
of
the difficult
scotch.
musicians. Oh,
Pick me, I'll go.
yeah, no, there's been plenty of those along the way, and they're usually in the form of drummers. But he's pretty awesome.
Say, Karen, the one thing, too, speaking of the music that they create all together, and as you create this band, the thing that I noticed about your voice is there's sometimes when I look over and you blend so well in with the chords, I'm wondering if it's you or the guitar or the piano all blending in together. It's so amazing. I don't hear that very often, and I've actually been on the show probably for over 4 years. So what I'm saying is just you're so naturally gifted. And how long have you known that you've had this gift? When did it all start? With the piano? At what age?
Well, as long as I can remember, I used to do little skits for my neighbors and my parents and all that kind of stuff. And I am classically trained in voice and piano, although I haven't taken a lesson in years and years and years and years and years. But as far as the sound blending, that's probably just a product of the fact that I've been playing alone in my apartment with the piano for years, and so we've become quite close. So,
Well, let's go ahead and introduce the rest of the band members, and we'll come back to you and follow it up. I want to talk a little bit about that cabaret and the girls heading to Vegas next weekend. So,
I met Meg.
oh, okay, great.
Well, as you see, we have over here a veritable string section. And it's awful nice to have somebody bring in instruments this large to TC Muzique. We don't get a chance to see it all the time. And on the smaller of our strings, the cello, we have
Megan Popowski.
Megan. How come this? And where did you start with the cello?
I started with the cello when I was young in Fargo, North Dakota. And then
Well, it sounds good here too.
it does. I've traveled the world with it.
How do you like working with Karen and working with this music on the cello?
It's really freeing. It's fun. We can express whatever we want with her. And
Well, that's a
great.
good answer.
yeah. I know.
No, again, they get along together and they work together. That's
All
very
right, over
important.
here I have.
My name is Robert Bell.
It's so great to see you enjoy this. I noticed a couple of the guitars that you have hidden somewhere around here. So this is not the only thing that you do. Tell me a little bit more about where you started at, maybe how you met Karen, also what places we can find you.
Well, Karen and I met performing with Lily's Burlesque. Karen does a lot of music, and I do the guitar and am the music director for Lily's. And so that's how we met, doing cabaret music. Some of it was her original music, but mostly tunes that would fit the cabaret setting. So she and I, after we would get done with some of their shows, she would say, I'm really thinking about doing an album. And I'd been playing jazz, some of my groups in town. I'm with the Twin Cities Hot Club and the Southside Aces and a few other groups. But I kept thinking, I want to do something away from this jazz genre. And Karen's suggestion of doing an album was the perfect impetus for her and I to collaborate.
I think that's awesome. The other thing, too, is we keep bringing this up. There's so many great bands out there that are at this Lily's Cabaret because Travis from Stock Car Named Desire that we had on, too, which is a Minnesota male vocalist of the year. Also, his band is so incredible, and you can catch them at different places also. Memory Lanes, he's everywhere. He does Elvis deals. I know you do June Carter. Every one of you seems to have just more than just one passion. This is not it, but boy, are you good at it. Where can we pick up this album? Can you tell me?
Yeah, Karen's album, she has a website, www.karenpaurus.com, and you're able to order it right off of the website or via CD Baby. So you can go to cdbaby.com and you'll be able to find it that way, too.
And hopefully at Target, too. I can see you going that way. Uh-huh. All right, who do we have over there?
Yes, and on the larger half of our string section, we have
Matt Sinjum.
Matt. It's always nice to see somebody that'll drag Doghouse out in the cold.
Yeah, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. So you come from classical training. You come from rockabilly. What's your start, and how do you wind up here?
Well, I started playing electric bass, actually, and then I eventually switched to the upright bass, playing jazz and stuff like that. And like Robert, I met Karen through the Lily's Burlesque show, and played with a bunch of other groups in town, including Twin Cities Hot Club with Robert, and that's how I ended up here, I guess.
So the bass was an extension of your love of the type of music that used it? Is that what brought you into the upright?
Yeah, well, I guess I, excuse me, I was just looking to expand into, I don't know, the electric bass is a great instrument, but I wanted to expand into something that was more universal to other genres of music like jazz and everything, really.
It just gives you a much larger toolkit to work from.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And
I'm sure
back
glad
here,
you
we
brought
have
it
somebody
along
in the
tonight.
drums it's amazing, and if anybody out there knows about bands, if you don't have a good drummer, it's really hard. That pace, the flow, everything starts right back here. So who do we have?
I'm Dave Michael.
And not only is he good on the drums, this guy knows fashion. I don't know who dressed you, but you look darn good.
I know something's going on anytime a guy wears a hat.
Well, people usually find me wearing a hat, actually, so not uncommon at all.
All right, now besides doing the drums, where else can we find you? What other passions? Obviously, you've been here with the group again. It seems like you guys have been really strong, like having a very busy schedule since November. That's when the album came out. Tell me a little bit about what you foresee yourself doing here in the next year. Any big things coming out in June, July, or August where we can catch you?
Well, I've actually, like the other folks here, am active in a number of different groups, Southside Aces as well. We've got a number of things coming up on the books with Karen as well, so things are really picking up and looking up, so it's going to be a good thing.
Are you guys on MySpace at all?
Karen's available on MySpace. That's myspace.com/Karen Paurus.
We should get your band there too. You guys can be buddies because people definitely check out the bands that they like, and whoever they're hooked up with is usually who they're connected with.
All right, one thing I wanted to get to here is that over and over again we hear Lily's Cabaret mentioned as being part and parcel of all of this wonderful music we're hearing tonight. Let's tell the people exactly what Lily's is and what goes on with that.
Well,
It's a secret.
yeah,
You
well.
gotta come check it out.
It's called Lily's Burlesque Review, and it is a classic burlesque show that involves classic striptease from the 20s to the 50s, which means that there's no nudity, but there's things that twirl and things that glitter and glisten and glisten. I don't know about that, but
This is really sexy, not just naked people.
no, it's very sexy. It's about the female empowerment of the body, as opposed to just the objectification. Don't get me on my soapbox. But it also involves fire twirling, juggling, live music, singing. Yeah, so all kinds of things.
The energy
They
you get
also
in
have a MySpace page.
And so, where do people go to see this? Is it a traveling show? Do they have a basic home?
We used to have our home downtown Minneapolis where the New French used to be. Currently, we're doing a show once a month at Stashu's in northeast Minneapolis. We've got 2 really big shows coming up in July. I believe it's 11th and 12th. It's a Friday and a Saturday at the Ritz Theater in northeast Minneapolis.
Home of Ballet of the Dolls.
We did a couple shows there last winter, and we sold out both nights, so it's sure to be just a kick-butt time.
It's a great compliment. I mean, it goes right along with Myron and the Dolls and everything. It's a wonderful thing to have at the Ritz.
Hey, Swizzle, the one thing I want to do with her, because, I mean, like I said, it's so professional. If people are interested, I mean, this is good for business conventions. This is good for even events that come up, whether it's runway, that background music, weddings. I mean, she is everywhere, and call her up, see what she can do for you. But I have to tell you, there is so much on your resume that I know I might be forgetting something. You said you're a regular at the Fitzgerald, if I remember right. Again, I mean, featured on TV, radio. I've just tell me more.
Yep, a couple years ago, Robert and I did a show regularly at the Fitzgerald called Stage Sessions that was hosted by Heather I can't speak all of a sudden. Heather McElhatton, who's recently an author of a fabulous book called Pretty Little Things. And so it was amazing to once a month perform on that stage, on that big, beautiful grand Steinway. That's the only time I've had the opportunity to play that piano, that type of piano. So it was a real treat. And then it's been a few years already, but it was on my birthday many years ago that I sang back up with Peter Ostrusko. Oh, thank you. On a Prairie Home Companion. And so that was another big accomplishment for me.
Well, I have to say that you did mention Ritz a moment ago, and I am proud to be able to let people know that I will be sharing a stage with this tremendous talent, although a few weeks apart. Look at the Ritz calendar in the last 2 weekends of June. You will see a couple of one-act plays written by a man named Vanes Kojanian, who is a local theater producer here. And these are a couple of dramas dealing with things sort of like your album title. It is the theme of God, sex, and war. We put all those 3 together, and we have, yes, they are. Yeah, we have that every week. So it's lovely to see that I'm among such talented folks performing at the Ritz. And speaking of performing, I think we've gone long enough.
Yeah, Karen Vieno Paurus. And I really want to make sure, do you have those birthday pictures up with him at all? I just want to go back to that because that's quite a birthday gift. Do you have, I mean, I just put those up on the MySpace. I want to go peek.
Did Peter sing happy birthday to you?
He didn't, and neither did Garrison, and I still hold it against the both of them. They just treated me like a backup singer. It was awful.
All right, we're going to roll that stuff across the screen for sure. Let's get back to the music. That's what's most powerful. And if you want to get her CD, make sure you check it out. There's different places.
Belated happy birthday to our favorite new singer, Karen Paurus. And here she is right now. Yes.
Do you wonder if we ever really, truly tell the truth? Do you wonder if your words fall out and stumble, then fall moot? I do, and I exhaust myself in this lonely pursuit. Do you wonder if we ever take a look across ourselves? Or is it easier to push it off on something or someone else? I do, and I exhaust myself in this lonely pursuit. Do you wonder if we ever really love with all our soul? Let the fear fall from your chest and just let your heart explode. I do, and I exalt myself in this lovely pursuit.
This next tune is a song by Tom Waits. I'm a big fan. I have to admit that I don't sound anything like him, but this is my tribute to one of his tunes. It's called Jesus Gonna Be Here off of Bone Machine.
Well, Jesus gonna be here. He's gonna be here soon. He's gonna cover us up with the leaves and a blanket from the moon, with a promise and a vow and a lullaby for my brow. Jesus gonna be here. He's gonna be here soon. Oh, I'm not gonna do nothing but wait here. I don't have to shout. I got me no reason, and I got no doubt. I'm gonna get myself unfurled from this mortal coil of the world, and Jesus gonna be here. He's gonna be here soon. Oh, I'm gonna keep my eyes, keep 'em wide open, so I can see my Lord. I'm gonna watch the horizon for my brand new Ford. Yeah, I can hear him rolling on down the lane. I said, Hollywood be the name, and Jesus gonna be here. He's gonna be here soon. Well, I gotta keep myself, keep myself. You know that I've been so good, except for that drinking. But he knew that I was gonna leave this place better than the way I found that it was. And Jesus gonna be there. He's gonna be here soon. Jesus gonna be here. He's gonna be here soon. Jesus gonna be here. You better believe me when I tell you. Better believe me when I tell you. Better believe me when I tell you. Jesus is coming Jesus. We're going to take it down now. I think the next song is called Release. spit out all the poison collected in your mouth. Let out all your caged birds and let them all fly south. When you've lost as much as some have, you just fall down. Dig your nails into the dirt and listen to your heart pound. Stretch out all your limbs till you feel them burn. 'Cause it's from this pain that we often learn. When you've lost as much as some have, you just fall down. And it's hard to know if you will swim or drown. I know this. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright if you just shut out all the noise. Let the angels sing. Let them swarm around you and savor what they bring. When you've lost as much as some have, you astound. You no longer fear if you will swim. You'll swim. I know this.
to remember the next tune. It's called Sans batterie, simply meaning without drums.
My legs are tired, my back calls for rest. I feel you in my thighs and pressed against my chest. I smell you in my hair, I smell you on my hands. An orchid blooms inside, you turn the snow to sand. Oh, how I love this feeling, so warm and true. No, I don't wanna go home. I just like dancing with you. My eyes are blue like the ice, your eyes are dark like my thoughts. I like the push and pull, the should and should I not. Oh, how I love this feeling, so warm and true. No, I don't wanna go home. I just like dancing with you. Just look at the time the hours roll by, and I'm in a dream with your arms around me. Just like dancing with you. I just like dancing with you. I just like dancing with you. there's one thing you can lose, it's that feel. Your pants, your shirt, your shoes, but not that feel. You can throw it in the rain, you can whip it like a dog, you can chop it down like an old dead tree. You can always see it when you're coming into town. Once you hang it on the wall, you can never take it down. If there's one thing you can lose, it's that feel. You can pawn your watch and chain, but not that feel. It always comes to find you, it'll always hear you cry. While I cross my wooden leg and I swear on my glass eye, it will never leave you high and dry, never leave you loose. And it's harder to get rid of than tattoos. You can't lose that feel. You can throw it off a bridge, you can lose it in a fire, you can leave it at the altar, but it'll make you out a liar. You can fall down in the street, you can leave it in a lurch. Well, you say that it's gospel, but I know that it's only church. If there's one thing you can lose, it's that fear.